Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Me, your host Sashin, Red Devils Talk, all things Manchester United. And in today's video, we review our win against Brentford, our late, dramatic, and shall I say, season-defining win. And we'll be speaking about Sancho and his potential last chance to get back into the team and be a Manchester United player, and just a bit of on the takeover with regards to Sheik Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. But before we get into the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it to all of your Man United friends and family, and of course hit the notification bell. I thank you for joining me and I appreciate your support. So, we won 2-1. Scott McTominay, there's no other place to start. He is a player that should not have been at the club. He is a player that should have been sold, and there were opportunities to sell him. But you might put it out there and say, where would we be without him for that game? He came on, and a lot of us, I'm sure, did not want him to come on the pitch because we knew and had this overwhelming feeling where he doesn't produce anything for us, but comes on and scores 2 goals to win us the game in a game where we were absolutely abysmal going forward. Bad decision making once again, a lack of movement, a lack of running in behind, a lack of runners into the box, late runners. And the goal we conceded, Onana yet again should have saved it. I don't think we can say anything else other than that. He should have saved that. So McTominay saving Onana after making another mistake and saving us. It has to be season defining. You know, you look throughout the team, the likes of Bruno, Rashford, Anthony coming back, Martial, Hoyland, working hard but not getting the opportunities that he needs in order to score, but still playing well. Casemiro being taken off with Rashford, not performing well. It was a game where nothing seemed to go our way. When the ball went into the net and Martial was ruled out for offside, it just didn't seem like our day. And then Ten Hag makes a change and McTominay just does what he does. A presence in the box, and fighting, desire. We know that we could always see that from him. But we needed to play better. But with the way we're playing, you just have to take the win. It's what we basically wanted and what we needed. We couldn't, for the life of me, have another loss. 3 in a row at Old Trafford. 4 in all competitions. It cannot be. It would not have been good, or even, shall I say, a boost in a way, if we had to lose that game and then try and reset after the international break. With the way we won it and the meaning behind it, I haven't even gotten to mention, my condolences to Sir Alex Ferguson and his family, losing Lady Kathy Ferguson over the weekend. And of course, the most beautiful way to, shall I say, remember her and of course honor her and Sir Alex was Scott McTominay, a fellow Scotsman, Scott McTominay, coming on, scoring 2 late goals in Fergie time, just the way Fergie would do it. There was no better way to honor her, and it is difficult times for Sir Alex and his family, but that was the best way to remember her. It was written in the stars, the way it seems. But the way we played, we cannot forget about that. We cannot just simply put a blind eye to that crap performance that we had. We still look lost. We still look devoid of confidence. We still look like we are thinking too much in the final third. And too many times, as I said, we are not crossing the ball and it needs to be crossed. But we got the win, and as I said, Scott McTominay should have been sold. He should not have been at the club. But he got us the win, and that's it. I don't want to hear people saying he should start for us now and he should get more game time. He should not. He is a squad player at most at Manchester United, and at another club can be a regular starter. But he came on, we give him the praise, he scored the 2 goals and we won the game. Same with Maguire. Gets the assist on McTominay's winning goal, and everybody's saying, oh, he was wonderful and he should start more. No, he would still be a fifth choice centre back after Luke Shaw, who is fit and better than him at centre back. Varane, Lindelof, Martinez all ahead of him. Even Johnny Evans ahead of him at times, who, in my opinion, could have easily been man of the match in that game against Brentford if it was not for McTominay. You can't say McTominay was man of the match, but with that type of super sub performance, you could. Now, the reason why I didn't do a review earlier and after the game is because here, by my area, our electricity box literally just caught fire. Whether they wanted to try and steal the cables on the inside, the copper, etc., they damaged it to a point that caused heat and it basically burnt and melted, completely gone, thus leaving our entire block in our area with no electricity. And before I could do anything, I needed to ensure that everything is up and running, before getting back to you guys. But I am back, and we are, of course, now I want to speak about Sancho. A bit of a last chance for him, in my opinion. He still doesn't want to apologize, and it's been reported that Ten Hag hasn't fully given up on him. And should he apologize to him, the coaching staff, and his teammates, then there is an opportunity for him to work himself back into the team, and might not be as easy, but there will be an opportunity for him. But on the other hand, if he still doesn't want to apologize when the way things are going, his last chance might be gone. And then in January, it's been reported, he's in constant talks with Dortmund's manager, moves to Saudi are in place. He is looked to be either sold or loaned out at most, with an option to buy in January. And the club is looking at that, It's difficult. I've said before that if Sancho doesn't want to apologize, he should leave. No player is bigger than the club and the manager, etc., etc., etc. But in my opinion, be professional about it. You can apologize, and then train, get back into the team. And if you still want to leave, then leave in January. But be professional about it. I don't want to drag this situation and this talk of Sancho on, but it just seems to me like it's a bit of a childish mentality between him and Ten Hag. Who's got the bigger ego? Who's got the more power, etc., etc. So the club should step in. They should mediate. They should look to find a resolution at all costs. And if it means that he must leave, then he must leave. And if it means that he's going to work his way back into the team, to be part of the team and be an integral part of the team, then so be it. But there has to be a conclusion that comes to it. It has to now finally come to an end. And the same can be said about the takeover. David Beckham publicly speaking about Sheik Jassim, saying that we'll see if they are the right owners, when he was in Qatar for the Formula One over the weekend. He said the club and the fans, and him included, said we want stability, and that is what we want. And Sheik Jassim, as we know, wants to buy the club in its entirety, not just a part ownership for now, whereas Sir Jim wants to buy the club in a 25% stake, keep the Glazers on, and buy the whole of the club as the years go on. We don't want that. No, I don't want that. As I've been publicly saying, a lot of people say that they don't want state ownership. But to me, it's all about who provides the better plan, and we will have to hold them to that. If we hear, and we've publicly known that Sheik Jassim wants to buy the club in its 100% entirety, and they basically want to, evolve the infrastructure, put money into the club, not just the team, then we will have to hold them to that. And it can be possible. We know, we've seen them have money. But on the other hand, Sir Jim might have the same mentality, but the way he wants to buy the club is not the way to go about it. And that is why, even though people don't want state ownership, you have to go with Sheik Jassim. Sir Jim wants to keep the Glazers on so that he can pay less now and less as he grows his stake in the club till it reaches 100% ownership. And we, myself included, do not want the Glazers here. So there has to also come a conclusion to that. And all these things off the pitch basically don't help for the mood in the team and around the squad. It doesn't help Ten Hag and how he has to think and focus only on football. So there needs to be conclusions with the Sancho case and, of course, with the takeover, and that has to be not soon, but there needs to be some resolution that has to take place. And just as a final note, Kobe Mainu, Terrell Malacia, Regulon, and the likes of Ahmad are all looked to be back after the international break, which does give us a welcome boost and does allow for us to be a bit more, shall I say, stronger in terms of the squad and allow Ten Hag to be more flexible in his tactics. And then we will definitely see a better United, because Ten Hag didn't have his truly first choice back four at all since the beginning of the season. So our results is not only because of our bad performances, but it is because of so many things that has happened on and off the pitch, and it just all accumulated into one particular big snowball, and we just had to keep rolling with it. And this win against Brentford has to be a season definer. Ten Hag said that it has to be the turning point, and we need to see an upturn in form, an upturn in performances as soon as the international break is done. Sheffield United is a good base to start, a team that we definitely should be winning, but it can be another move forward for us and to help us be more better for the rest of the season. Brentford has to be a decisive and a season definer for us to do well this season. There are a lot of obstacles, but we have to back Ten Hag and keep believing in him. He is the man and the manager to take us forward. That is truly what I believe. But thank you for joining me in today's video. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a like, please. It definitely does help me out. And I do appreciate your support and the way you give your love to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day further, Red Devils. Till we see each other again soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.